Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling like your body just doesn't want to move like it used to? Maybe you've noticed that climbing a flight of stairs feels harder than it did 5 years ago. Or that after a full night's sleep, you still feel tired. If that sounds familiar, and I bet it does, for many of us, then this video is for you. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Aging is just part of life. Of course, things slow down. And yes, that's true to some extent. But here's something most people don't talk about. There are hidden health reasons that quietly chip away at our vitality as we get older. These aren't the usual suspects, like heart disease or high blood pressure. Those are well known. No. These are sneaky little issues that often fly under the radar until they start affecting our quality of life. Today, we're going to uncover 4 of those hidden health reasons why so many of us struggle to live beyond 80. More importantly, I'll share with you what you can do about them, practical, everyday steps you can take to not only improve how you feel now, but also increase your chances of living a longer, healthier life. Let me tell you a quick story that might hit close to home. My neighbor, Martha, turned 78 last month. She was always active, used to walk 3 miles every morning without complaint. But lately, she's been struggling. Her energy dropped, her balance isn't what it used to be, and she's had more than one fall. She thought it was just getting old, but when she finally went to the doctor, they found out she was severely deficient in vitamin D. Once she started supplementing and adjusting her diet, she felt like a new woman. That's the thing, we often accept symptoms like fatigue, weakness, or even memory fog as normal parts of aging. But the truth is, many of them don't have to be. In fact, some of the biggest threats to longevity are hiding in plain sight. So let's dive into the first hidden reason many seniors struggle past 80. Chronic inflammation. Now, I know that word might sound intimidating, but stick with me, it's actually pretty simple once you understand how it works. You see, inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. When you sprain your ankle or catch a cold, your immune system kicks into gear and causes inflammation to help protect and heal the affected area. That's acute inflammation, and it's a good thing it does its job and then goes away. But what we're talking about here is chronic, low-grade inflammation, the kind that simmers quietly in the background year after year. This type of inflammation has been linked to nearly every major age-related disease you can think of. Heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, even Alzheimer's. It's like having a small fire burning inside your body all the time, slowly damaging your tissues and organs. The scary part, many people don't realize they have chronic inflammation because it doesn't always come with obvious symptoms, at least not at first. You might just feel generally run down, achy, or mentally foggy. Over time, though, that internal damage adds up. So what causes chronic inflammation in the first place? Well, a big contributor is diet. Processed foods, sugary snacks, refined carbs, all of these can fuel inflammation. Lack of physical activity, chronic stress, and poor sleep also play a role. Even certain gut imbalances, like an unhealthy microbiome, can trigger inflammatory responses. The good news is that there's a lot you can do to reduce inflammation naturally. Let's start with food. Instead of reaching for that bag of chips or cookie, try swapping in anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, fatty fish, think salmon and mackerel, berries, nuts, and seeds. These are rich in antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids, which help calm inflammation. Also, consider adding spices like turmeric and ginger to your meals. They're powerful, natural anti-inflammatories. Turmeric, especially when combined with black pepper, has been shown to rival some anti-inflammatory medications without the side effects. movement is another key player. Now, I'm not saying you need to run a marathon, far from it. Gentle movement like walking, swimming, or yoga can make a huge difference. Exercise helps regulate your immune system and reduces inflammatory markers in the body. Plus, it keeps your joints moving and your muscles strong, which supports overall health. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress releases hormones like cortisol, which can ramp up inflammation over time. Simple practices like deep breathing, meditation, or even journaling can help keep stress levels in check. Find what works for you and make it part of your routine. And let's not forget about sleep. Quality rest allows your body to repair and reset, and consistently poor sleep has been tied to increased inflammation. Aim for 7 to 8 hours each night, and if you struggle with insomnia, try winding down with a warm bath, light reading, or calming music. So that's the first hidden health reason: chronic inflammation. It's not something most of us think about on a daily basis, but it's silently working behind the scenes to affect our long-term health. Now, before we move on to the second reason, let me ask you, have you ever considered how much your posture affects your overall health? Not just how you look when you walk into a room, but how it impacts your breathing, your digestion, and even your brain function. Because, believe it or not, poor posture is the second hidden factor that can significantly impact longevity, and it's something most people overlook. You might be sitting right now, maybe leaning forward toward your screen, shoulders hunched, neck craned. That position might seem harmless, but over time, it puts strain on your spine, compresses your organs, and restricts your breathing. All of that contributes to a cascade of health problems that can shorten your lifespan. When your posture is off, your lungs can't expand fully, meaning less oxygen gets to your cells. Less oxygen means less energy, slower recovery, and even higher risk of respiratory infections. Poor posture also affects digestion by putting pressure on your stomach and intestines, leading to issues like acid reflux, bloating, and constipation. Even more concerning is how bad posture can impact your brain. Slouching compresses nerves and reduces blood flow to the head, which can lead to headaches, dizziness, and even cognitive decline over time. Think about that. Poor posture could be affecting your memory and mental clarity. So what can you do about it? Start by becoming more aware of your posture throughout the day. Set reminders on your phone or computer to sit up straight every hour. Invest in a supportive chair if you spend a lot of time sitting. When standing, imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. This simple visualization can work wonders. Stretching is also incredibly helpful. Tight chest muscles and weak upper back muscles are common culprits behind slouching. Try doing gentle stretches like shoulder rolls, chin tucks, and wall angels, where you stand with your back against a wall and move your arms up and down like snow angels. These exercises help realign your body and strengthen the muscles that support good posture. And again, movement plays a role. Activities like Tai Chi, Pilates, and even regular walks encourage better alignment and muscle engagement. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Small, consistent changes add up over time. So now you've got two hidden health reasons that may be impacting your longevity: chronic inflammation and poor posture. Both are easy to overlook, yet both have a significant effect on how you feel and how long you live. In the next part of this video, we'll continue exploring the remaining two hidden reasons and what you can do to address them. We'll talk about how something as simple as hydration or lack thereof can have a surprising impact on your body, and why many seniors unknowingly sabotage their own muscle strength without realizing it. So far, we've talked about how chronic inflammation and poor posture can quietly chip away at your health as you age. These aren't the usual suspects you hear about when it comes to living longer, but they play a big role in how you feel and how many healthy years you get to enjoy. Now, let's dive into the third hidden reason so many people struggle past 80 and. This one might surprise you. Chronic dehydration. Yes, that's right, many older adults are walking around dehydrated without even realizing it. And no, drinking coffee or juice doesn't count. I know some of you love your morning coffee, and I'm not saying you have to give it up, but it's important to understand how real hydration works and why it matters more than ever as you age. You see, as we get older, our body's ability to detect thirst actually decreases. That means by the time you feel thirsty, you may already be dehydrated. And dehydration affects everything: your energy levels, brain function, digestion, joint health, and even your mood. Think about how you feel after a long day without enough water. Maybe you're tired, irritable, or have a headache. Multiply that over months and years, and you start to see how something as simple as not drinking enough water can take a toll on your overall health. One of the most common signs of chronic dehydration in seniors is confusion or memory lapses. It's easy to brush those symptoms off as just getting older, but often the fix is as simple as sipping more water throughout the day. Dehydration reduces blood flow to the brain, which can lead to mental fog, slower thinking, and even an increased risk of falls due to dizziness. Another major impact is on digestion. Without enough water, your body struggles to break down food properly, leading to constipation, a problem that affects millions of older adults. And while laxatives might offer temporary relief, the real solution is often just better hydration. So what can you do about it? Well, first, make hydration a habit, not something you think about only when you're parched. Try setting small goals throughout the day. For example, aim to finish a glass of water with breakfast, another before lunch, and so on. If plain water feels boring, add a splash of lemon, cucumber, or even a few berries for flavor. Also, remember that hydration doesn't come only from drinking water. Many fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, oranges, watermelon, and leafy greens are packed with water and can contribute to your daily intake. Soups and herbal teas unsweetened also count toward your hydration needs. And here's a tip that might help. Carry a reusable water bottle with you. Whether you're at home, out for a walk, or running errands, having water within reach makes it much easier to sip regularly. You don't have to chug it all at once, just steady, consistent sips throughout the day. Now, let's move on to the fourth and final hidden health reason many seniors struggle past 80, and this one is especially close to my heart because I've seen it affect so many people: loss of muscle mass, also known as sarcopenia. When we talk about aging, most people focus on bone health and maybe heart health, but muscle strength often overlooked. The truth is, starting around age 30, we begin to lose muscle mass at a rate of about 3 to 5% per decade. By the time you hit 70 or 80, that adds up to a significant loss if nothing is done about it. Losing muscle isn't just about looking weaker, has serious consequences. Less muscle means less strength, which increases the risk of falls, fractures, and loss of independence. It also slows down metabolism, making it harder to maintain a healthy weight. Plus, muscles act like a reserve. During illness, they help your body recover faster. But here's the good news: muscle loss is not inevitable. Even if you haven't been active your whole life, it's never too late to build and maintain muscle strength. And you don't need to join a gym or lift heavy weights to do it. The key lies in two things: nutrition and movement. Starting with nutrition, muscles need protein to repair and grow. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. So it's important to eat enough high-quality sources. Think lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts. Aim for a source of protein with every meal, especially breakfast. A lot of people skip protein in the morning. But starting your day with eggs, Greek yogurt, or even a smoothie with protein powder gives your muscles the fuel they need. In addition to protein, vitamin D and calcium are also crucial for muscle and bone strength. If you're not getting enough sun exposure, consider talking to your doctor about a vitamin D supplement. Magnesium and potassium also play a role in muscle function, so foods like bananas, spinach, almonds, and sweet potatoes are great additions to your diet. Now, let's talk about movement. Strength training is the most effective way to preserve and even rebuild muscle mass. But again, this doesn't mean you have to lift barbells or use complicated machines. Simple resistance exercises using bands, light dumbbells, or even your own body weight can make a huge difference. Try exercises like seated leg lifts, wall push-ups, bicep curls with soup cans, or standing up from a chair without using your hands. Start slow, just a few minutes a day, a couple times a week, and gradually increase as you feel stronger. Walking is great, and I encourage you to keep doing it, but it's not enough on its own to prevent muscle loss. Combining cardio with strength work gives you the best of both worlds: stronger muscles, better balance, improved heart health, and more energy. I'll never forget my friend Henry, who started doing just 10 minutes of light resistance training 3 times a week when he turned 70. After a few months, he told me he could finally carry his groceries without struggling, and he even joined a dance class with his wife. He felt more confident, more capable, and that confidence made him want to stay active and engaged in life. That's the kind of change we're aiming for, not necessarily becoming an athlete, but staying strong enough to live independently, enjoy your hobbies, and spend quality time with loved ones. So now you've got 4 hidden health reasons that can affect longevity past 80. Chronic inflammation, poor posture, chronic dehydration, loss of muscle mass. Each one plays a role in how you feel and how well your body functions as you age. And the beauty is, each one can be addressed with small, manageable changes. In the next part of this video, we'll wrap up by reinforcing these ideas and giving you a clear, actionable plan to start making these changes today. We'll also talk about how to stay motivated, how to track your progress, and how to celebrate the little wins along the way. Now that we've covered all 4 hidden health reasons why so many people struggle to live beyond 80: chronic inflammation, poor posture, chronic dehydration, and loss of muscle mass, it's time to bring it all together. These aren't just isolated issues, they're deeply connected. When one area improves, the others often follow. And that's what makes small changes so powerful. They can create a ripple effect throughout your entire body. Let me ask you something. How does it feel knowing that you have more control over your health than you might have thought? I know, for some of you, this information might come as a surprise. Maybe you've been blaming age for things that could actually be improved with a few simple adjustments. That's not a bad thing, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to take back some of that energy, strength, and clarity you may have thought was slipping away for good. So now that you know what to look out for, let's talk about how to make these changes stick, not just for a week or 2, but for the long haul. First, start where you are. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. In fact, trying to do too much at once is a surefire way to burn out. Instead, pick one area from today's discussion and commit to making a small change in that area. Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water every day, or swapping one processed snack for something anti-inflammatory like berries or nuts. Or maybe it's setting a timer to remind yourself to sit up straight every hour. The key is consistency, not perfection. If you forget one day, that's okay. Just start again the next. Progress is made through repetition, not by being perfect. Next, build a routine around movement if it's gentle. Remember, building muscle doesn't mean lifting weights like a bodybuilder. It means giving your body regular opportunities to work against resistance. Try doing wall push-ups while waiting for the kettle to boil, or use a sturdy chair to practice standing up and sitting down without using your hands. These little exercises add up and help keep your muscles strong and engaged. And speaking of routines, hydration should become part of yours. If you're not used to drinking much water, start by adding one extra glass in the morning. Then gradually increase until you reach a goal that feels comfortable, maybe 4 to 6 glasses per day. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. The point is to create a habit that supports your body rather than hinders it. Posture work can also be woven into your daily life. While watching TV, try doing some shoulder rolls or chin tucks. At work or during meals, set reminders to adjust your seating and check in with your spine alignment. Over time, these small corrections will start to feel natural. One of the most powerful tools I've seen older adults use successfully is keeping a simple journal. It doesn't have to be fancy, just a notebook where you jot down your progress each week. Did you drink more water this week than last? Did you do a few minutes of stretching or strength training 3 times? Celebrate those wins. Seeing your own progress on paper helps reinforce the positive changes you're making and keeps you motivated. And here's something else to consider. Find a buddy. Whether it's a friend, a neighbor, or even a family member. Having someone to share this journey with can make all the difference. You can encourage each other, swap tips, and celebrate milestones together. Plus, it's always more fun to move your body when you're not doing it alone. I want to leave you with a final thought. Aging isn't a countdown, it's a continuation. Every year, every month, every day is an opportunity to invest in your well-being. The choices you make today shape how you'll feel tomorrow. And while none of us can stop time, we can slow down its effects on our bodies and minds. Remember Martha, my neighbor who discovered her vitamin D deficiency. She didn't just stop there. Once she felt better, she started walking againly. This time, she paid attention to her posture and hydration. She began cooking more meals with anti-inflammatory ingredients and added light strength exercises to her routine. A year later, she's not only stronger, but she's more confident, more active, and more engaged with life. That's the kind of transformation I want for you. Not just living longer, but living better. Feeling strong enough to play with your grandkids, travel, garden, dance, or simply enjoy a meal with friends without worrying about fatigue or pain. You deserve that. And the beautiful thing is, it's never too late to start. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel. More importantly, I'd love to hear from you. What changes have you made in your life that have made a difference? What challenges are you facing right now? Drop a comment below and join the conversation. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Here's to living your best life at any age. To staying strong, vibrant, and full of energy for years to come. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.